Hello everyone, my name is Crystal, just in case you're new here, and welcome back to my channel. Today is officially Monday Bunday, if you couldn't tell. My salon in New Jersey, we came up with this idea, Monday Bunday, to just create awareness of staying home during this crisis. So I'm here with a new video to recommend you 5 cozy mysteries on this wonderful Monday Bunday. If you are a creator and would love to jump on the bandwagon, let's make this hashtag go viral. Monday Bunday. I know we're all home, we're all in quarantine, and we all have crazy, messy buns going on. No one's doing their hair, and if they are, it's to film a video. No one's really going out. Join the movement here. It's going to be a great time, and every Monday I'll have 5 book recommendations for you and a bun to show you that I'm wearing. I don't think any of you guys have seen me with my hair up, really. I mean, I don't really wear my hair up much in videos because I'm always doing my hair for work. So obviously work is out of the equation, and I've been wearing my hair up, and I figured this would be a great way to show you guys my messy bun. And I always tie it with a scrunchie. So there's that. So let's just get into the book recommendations that I have for you. This week, this Monday Bunday, I have 5 cozy mystery thriller books that you're probably going to love. First book that I have here to recommend for you is The Stranger Diaries by Ellie Griffiths. This book took me by surprise. This was a complete cover by a friend of mine on Instagram, Crime by the Book. If you don't follow her, please do. She's amazing. She has amazing thriller recommendations, mystery recommendations, crime recommendations. I'll leave her Instagram link down below, but she highly recommends this book. It was an absolute great mystery, super cozy. I didn't want to put it down. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Night Film by Marisha Pessl, a slight little bit. I mean, it's not mixed media or anything told in that format, but it is based on an author of horror books, a bunch of horror books. And this college professor is someone who studied the works of this author and teaches classes on it and all that stuff. Come to find out, murders are happening on campus, and one of her coworkers is found dead according to one of the murders of this horror writer that she's been obsessed with. And it's kind of crazy. It goes into areas of the unknown completely. Definitely was not guessing the ending of this book. It really took me by surprise, and I highly recommend you read this. It is called The Stranger Diaries because one of the most famous books of this horror writer was called The Stranger. And our main character starts to get letters in her journal from this stranger. So really interesting. Definitely check it out if you want. I don't want to tell you too much because I don't want to give it away, but highly recommend. This was a 5 out of 5 for me. I read this in February. Next, I have here Good Girls Lie by J.T. Ellison. Now, this is one of my newfound authors, one of my new favorite authors that I found, and I loved this book. This book is about a girl who is being transferred from her London Academy school, private school, for girls to one in the East Coast, not really, like Midwest, and she has some secrets behind her, and the reason being for this move is so she could forget everything from the past and just kind of move forward and find a new life for herself. Meanwhile, murders start happening on this campus, and somehow things start involving her, and it gets pretty crazy. I don't want to give too much away. Again, this is a mystery, and I did not guess the ending of this one either. I started my year off with amazing mystery books, and I'm just so proud of this one. This one was amazing. I read this one so fast, and it's rather large, but J.T. Ellison really knows how to write a good twist, and the twist did happen a little early on, but it was still really surprising in the ending, and everything worked out the way that I wanted it to in the end, but at the same time, oh my gosh, it was so good. So highly recommend Good Girls Lie if you need a cozy mystery to curl up with during this time that we're going to be indoors for quite some time. So definitely recommend this book for that. Next, I have here another cozy mystery ghost story, if you're into that kind of thing, and that is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I recently read this in February, and I could not put this book down. It was my book of the month pick, and oh my goodness, this book was crazy. I felt like I was reading a movie, and just the way everything unfolded, you just can't put it down. It's just one of those types of books. This was my first Simone St. James book, and I have to say, I absolutely loved it, and I'm looking forward to reading more from this author. She has been around for quite some time, along with J.T. Ellison as well. She has been around for a really long time, and I just never picked up her books. So this year is the year of discovering new authors for me so far, but loving everything that I'm reading so far, and this was great. There's ghosts in here. It's a haunted motel with a night shift worker. There's a little bit of a love story in there, but it's mostly a ghost story, and it's really cool. It takes place in upstate New York, I believe, at a rundown motel. Kind of American Horror Story vibes here. Not gonna lie, I loved it. Definitely check it out. This is a 5 out of 5 star for me. The next I have here, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Now this falls into the category of horror, fantasy, mystery, thriller. It's got a whole bunch of things under its belt. It is about secret societies at Yale. The main character, Alex Stern, is a character that you want to be. She's like the new and improved Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She is badass, and I love her so much. There's a lot going on in this book, and there's a lot of gore, so definitely nothing like anything Leigh Bardugo has written in the past. She's definitely taken a break from her typical high fantasy YA dramas that she normally writes, and she came out with this banger of a book that I absolutely loved. If you are a horror fan looking for a mystery thriller, I highly recommend Ninth House. This book is not as complicated as some people think it is, but if you are someone who reads adult books and loves adult horror and mystery and thriller, then this book is for you. It is not a YA. There is a lot of adult content in here, and Alex Stern has a potty mouth, so I highly recommend this book for our adult readers in the community. This book falls along the lines of Stephen King for me. I mean, the horror in this book is pretty wild. And I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Leigh Bardugo's vibe that she created as well with Yale. I mean, I feel like I go to Yale now reading this book. I just know the campus and the points of interest so well by reading this book. But I absolutely love this. I love anything with secret societies. There's ghosts in here. Pretty freaking amazing. And when I first read this book, this was actually a reread for me. When I first read it, I did not love it. I think because I was expecting something else. So I put it down and sat on it a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to pick it up and reread it. I just think I was in maybe a reading slump or something like that. Rereading it for the second time around, I discovered so much more, and there was just so much more to the story for me the second time around that I fell in love with it, and it actually became my favorite book of the year last year. Finally, I have for you The Other People by C.J. Tudor, which I read on my Kindle. And all these books, by the way, you could find on Kindle services and possibly Scribd. I'm not exactly sure about all of them, but majority of them are on Scribd in ebook form, along with your local libraries. I'm sure that they have them as well. But I read The Other People for Books and Lala's Literally Dead book club. I believe that was February's book, and it was so good. I read many mystery thrillers in February, but this one really took me by surprise. Again, I did not see the twist coming. It does come early on, but it still keeps you guessing to the very, very last page of the book. It's pretty intense. It does have a lot of thinking involved for the reader because there's alternate timelines and then alternate point of views that you follow, so you really have to be paying attention to what you're reading. But even if you are paying 100% full attention, you are not going to guess the ending of this book. I absolutely loved it. Again, It is an adult book, so there are some adult content in this book, not necessarily meaning sexy time, but there's other things in here that are for adults, not young adults. The main character, he is looking for his daughter who was presumed dead along with his wife, but he is totally convinced that his daughter is still alive out there, so he will continue to look for her. And crazy things happens. Like I said, there's another family involved in here as well, and their worlds just kind of collide together and tie in a way that you just don't see coming, like I said. So I don't want to give you too much on that one, but I will say that was another 5 out of 5 star for me so far this year. I really enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to more of CJ Tudor's works in the next coming years. So that's all I have for you today. That is my Monday Bunday recommendations for you. 5 cozy mystery thriller books that you could pick up on your Kindle or pick up from your library on ebook form or on Scribd or any of your other apps that you use to read free ebooks. I will say that buying Ninth House is probably worth it on Kindle, so if you can't find it anywhere, I will say it is worth it if you could afford it. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you join this movement of Monday Bunday on BookTube because I think it'll be a great thing to do. And for those of us that put videos out on Mondays, it's a great way to share our buns with the world and show that we all are staying home, because that is the most important thing in the world right now, is to stay home for the sake of yourselves and for the sake of each other. So that is all I have for you, and I'll be talking to you guys soon.